peer-to-peer connection. For that we need two computers. So we'll get computer under the category of end devices. So first I will click to the end devices tab, then list of end devices appeared in front of me. I will select either computer or laptop. I will work with computer, so I will drag and drop a computer over here. I will drag another computer. So I have selected two computers. Now I will need a cable to connect this to computer. For that I will go and click onto the connection tab. See, this is the connection tab, and now this many numbers of cable appeared in front of me. So I will select a cable. Now to connect these two computer, I need a cable. I will select cross cable. So this is copper crossover. I will select this cross cable. Why I have selected the cross cable? Because computers are I have to connect two computers, and we have learned in the theory portion that to connect same category of devices we will use copper cable, copper cross cable. So we are connecting two computers. For connecting two computers, so both the computers are under the category of same devices. So to connect both of the computers I need to use cross cable. So I have selected the copper crosswire. Now I will connect these two computers. So first I will connect PC0. So I have selected PC0. I will now plug one end of the copper crosswire at the network port. So this is the network port, fast Ethernet 0. So I have connected one end of this copper crosswire in the network port of PC0, and other end I will connect at the network port of PC1. See, this is the network port, or you can say LAN port, or you can say NIC card port, fast Ethernet 0. So I have connected both the computers using the cross cable. To send packet from one networking device to another networking device, it is required to assign IP address. In a network, each and every device must have an IP address. So IP address is the unique recognition of any networking device. So without having proper IP address, it is not possible to send packet in a network from one device to another device. If you take the example of a postman send a letter from the source address to the destination address. So it is required for the postman to know the destination address where the letter is required to be delivered. Without knowing the destination address, it would have never been possible for the postman to deliver the letter properly. So in networking, it is required for all the devices in a particular network to have an unique set of IP address. So now I will assign the IP address in these two computers. First I would like to assign the IP address in PC0. For that I will select the PC0. So a dialog box of PC0 appear. You can check it out, PC0. So this is the dialog box of PC0. So you can see there are certain menus. This is physical menu, this is config and desktop, custom interface. So I will go to desktop menu. So under the desktop menu I will now choose IP configuration tab. So after choosing the IP configuration tab, we can see two options in under the IP configuration. First is DHCP and next one is static. I will use the static IP option. So I have selected the static IP option. By default it will be selected that static option. In this lecture I would like to show you how to assign the static IP address. For that I will select the option of static IP address. Now I will provide the IP address. Let me provide class A IP address. So we know that the first field of class A IP address lies between 0 to 126. So if I had to provide a class A IP address, in the first field I have to put the value, and that value must lies between 0 to 126. So let me put the value 10 1.1.1. so I have provided the IP address, that is 10.1.1.1. so this is a 32-bit IP address. We have learned this thing in the theory portion. The size of IP address is 32-bit. So there are two parts in this IP address. The first part is network and the second part is host. So the first part, that is a network. So this is the network part. In class A IP address, the first part is network, that is 8-bit, and the next three part belongs to host. So the default gateway, the default subnet mask for the class A IP address, that is 255.0.0.0, and I have provided the first field value as 10. So that signifies that this is a class A category network, and in this IP address, this 10, this is the network address, and 1.1.1, this is the host address. So this particular 32-bit IP address is separated into two parts. The first part, that is 10, is network, and next three part 1.1.1 belongs to host address. So as I have told you, class A category IP address is a 8-bit IP address. In class A category, only the first field is belong to network, and the rest of three field belongs to the host address. So now I have assigned the IP address 10.1.1.1, and the default subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. Let me assign the IP address for PC1. So I will provide 10.1.1.2. so I have provided the IP address, and that is 10.1.1.2. this IP address is also belong to class A category. The default mask is 255.0.0.0, and the IP address is separated in two parts. The first part, that is 10, belongs to the network side, and the next part, that is 112, that belongs to the host side. So both the computer belong to a same network, because the network address is 10. For PC0, the host address was 1.1.1, and for this particular PC, that is PC1, the host address is 1.1.2. So let me send a packet. Now I have taken a packet. This packet I would like to send from PC1 to PC0. Let me check whether the packet transfer. Yes, we can check out over here in the latest status. The source was PC1, that means we have sent the packet from source, that is PC1, and the destination, that the destination PC0. So the destination is the receiver end. PC0 had received the packet successfully, so the sender was PC1 and the receiver was PC0, source and destination, and the status of the transaction was successful. So after assigning IP address to both the system, I have successfully sent the packet from PC1 to PC0. Let me test the pin connectivity from PC1 to PC0. So for doing so, I will open the PC1. So I have selected the PC1. Now I will go to the option under desktop. So I have desktop menu is already selected. So under desktop, I will go to the command prompt. So command prompt dialog box appeared. So in this command prompt, I will write the IP address of PC0. I want to check the connectivity of PC0 from my system, that is PC1. So I have opened my system. I am working on a PC1, and from PC1 I would like to check the connectivity of PC0. I want to check whether I can access the PC0 by its IP address. So to do that, I will type PING space the IP address of PC0. So what is the IP address of PC0? 10.1.1.1. So the IP address of PC0 is 10.1.1.1. Now I will press enter. So you can check, I have got the reply, that is reply from 10.1.1, 32 bytes, time 1 millisecond, time travel limit 128. So you can check, I have received packets successfully. You can check it out here. 4 packets sent from my system, and 4 packets received successfully to PC0. No packets has been lost. So lost equal to 0%. That means not a single packet had been lost during this transaction period. So my system had sent 4 packets to PC0, and PC0 had successfully received all those packets. So you can check it out over here, and 32 bytes have been sent, and the time has been taken 1 millisecond.